In real estate, we forget the business side of things because most real estate agents are not business people, which can be a problem. So let's figure out how, as a consumer, what that looks like and why does that matter. So if you're a buyer working with an agent whose skills aren't sharp, they believe any deal within real estate is what they specialize in. Selling, buying, renting, investing, very different skill sets. So here's what you need to know about that. If you're working with a fairly new agent to make an offer on your behalf, as the listing agent, I'm reviewing, let's say, 2 or 3 offers on a home. I'm going to look at that agent's name. Do I know that realtor? Does that realtor handle this specific area? And do they have experience, or let's call it a track record? If there's an agent's name on a contract, it's likely in my 14 years, I've seen that agent's name and I've worked with them before. That's not a requirement, yet it's something we do take into consideration. The second piece is I'm going to look at the lender and maybe the attorney, and I'm going to look at the terms. If I don't know any of the people involved, which is pretty rare, I may have some hesitations. The last thing I'm going to heavily rely on is the way it's presented, the way the terms are written and communicated. And to some extent, we're judging your offer based on the way it's presented. So 3 offers come in. You're the best price, you have the best down payment, you have the best intentions, but you hired the wrong realtor, you have the wrong lender, the offer sheet isn't standard for our area, your agent hasn't communicated professionally. We look at that offer and judge it differently than we would other offers, and now you don't receive a fair opportunity. So what we experience is a buyer thinking it's not fair. In reality, it's not that business is unfair or set up to not favor people in an equal manner, but the fact of the matter is my job as a listing agent is to be unfair and judge each offer based on the merits I receive, and it's also my job to determine the offer that has the highest likelihood of paying my seller the most amount of money. That is what my job is and what I'm supposed to do. So if you're a buyer, what you can do is hire an agent who knows the marketplace. Another benefit to that is we're listing homes every week and several properties every month. So we might even have a home in our pipeline that hasn't officially hit the market yet. Also, just understanding that everything you do, such as how your offer is presented, the agent you're working with, the mortgage lender, the legal counsel, and your terms are going to reflect your ability to buy the house. And it's not always the most expensive offer that wins the deal. If you have more specific questions on how to look good in the eyes of a seller, contact me directly.